That's good. What? You're on camera, my dear.
Why are you doing that? Say what your name is for Daddy.
What's your name?
Sheila.
No.
When I was born, my name was Amber.
Who's Andria? Me.
I came to Reno when I was about 2 months old. I was adopted.
I know it was a beautiful day in January when we got her, and I wanted a little girl very badly. When we unwrapped her, she was the cutest little thing going. Little curly auburn hair and little brown eyes, and she just kind of looked at you. And she was a very nice child right away.
Hi.
And Andria was never timid. She was always going first.
I was very blessed as a child. I lived with Mom and Dad. Dad died a few years ago. He was pretty laid back. Mom, she's a big personality. She has a big heart. I was raised knowing I was adopted, but my adoption had very limited information.
They told us her mom was German and her father was Italian.
And that was how I identified my whole life. But I have these dark, dark eyes, hair so curly. I would always get that question, what are you, what are you? In my teen years is when I started noticing people would kind of treat me badly, or I'd be called racial slurs. At one point, there was this kid, and he's like, okay, well, I have to tell you that I'm gay and you're black. And I didn't know what he meant by you're black because it wasn't a part of my identity, you know. To compensate, I actually matched my complexion to a lighter color. And I straightened my hair, and then I started becoming like a gothy alternative child to fit in. So kind of had this big complex about who am I. I've had that up until like a year ago. You look so 80s is on point, Mom.
Thanks a lot.
You look good today.
Thank you.
It was a couple weeks before my 30th birthday. My mom, she took a 23andMe test, and she came back and she told me like, hey, Andria, you want to know your ancestry or your race? Sign up. When I got my test result, seeing that I had so much African ancestry, I was like, oh my God, yes. I kind of known that, but it was a big deal to have that information. There's also a section on there where they connect you to your relatives who have done the test. The first result on my list was this lady named Kristen, and she had almost 7% of my DNA, which made us second cousins. She was in Michigan. She told Steve, my father, that she got this message. So within 5 minutes, I'm on the phone with my dad crying.
And instantly I knew who it had to be, and I instantly was in tears.
And he told me, I knew about you the whole time. I never thought this was possible. I never thought I could find you.
I think I was at a club one night and I met her mother. It was kind of a whirlwind type romance, I guess, and it quickly deteriorated. And so we ended up going our separate ways. And then when she finally found me again and told me that she was pregnant, she also told me she had another boyfriend, and so I was confused on who the father was, and it was my fault for not being responsible enough to make sure to find out.
He accepted me, and he loved me, and that was the first time I had an identity.
Hello?
Hi, Dad.
How you doing?
Good. What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you
You're
doing?
eating?
Me eating? No, I'm
What am I
calling you.
eating?
What are you
Nothing.
doing?
We got poor connection.
I've called him Dad since the minute I talked to him. And I couldn't call him anything else, really. He's my dad.
Hello.
Come down here. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Sandy.
Hello, Steve. How you doing?
I'm good. Look at there.
Hey, Zay, what's up, little brother?
This is my son Xavier.
For me, it was a surprise that she found her father. And I think like any adopted mom, you know, you're kind of scared. You don't know if someone else is going to take her away from you type of thing. On the other hand, it gives her a whole nother family.
It was hard for her to kind of accept that, but she said, no matter what, you're still my baby. When I met my dad face to face, it almost seemed like time didn't really matter.
Okay. Yeah, right from the very beginning. The connection was there. I felt it. Strong. My grandmother, living proud, and she knew I made homemade biscuits. She made homemade biscuits every day of her life, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm not that ambitious.
You might not even notice how much you are alike to your parents. But in a situation where you've never met your family and then to face them, it's life-changing. It's beautiful to not feel alone. Now I have generations of support. Use yours. Sure.